Hello everyone, my name is Necati. We are selected as a third finalist out of 700 participations in the Huawei and BTK-Academy R&D collaboration, and we were divided into terms of three to develop projects. Today I will tell you about the project we worked on. So this is our project architecture as you see with the Huawei services. So I have a demo video that explains how our project works. Basically, it is a website that we can find the lowest, the closest distance, and we can choose and have information about the lawyer. So basically, this is our homepage that we have CSS codes, HTML and JavaScript, and we have a two button that is register and sign in. So when we click register, we have two different type of user. So one is the lawyer and one is a normal user. So let's log in for a normal user. Now we logged in. So when we logged in as a normal user, we can go and see what is our workers. This is us that we developed the site. And this is the part that we can find the lawyers and we can contact with them. So this is basically our manager that is explains what is the types of the law fields. And when we select a simple type, we can have a knowledge about what the type does and what is its rules and some of questions. And if you want to choose a lawyer that is associated with the same field, you can see with clicking press, yes. And as you see, you can only see the one type and it is their owner lawyers. And when we click the contact with the lawyer, we need to fill some of informations and the date and lastly our message so that we can send information to our lawyer. So we have a SMTP server here and the mail has been sent. And now, as you see, our email is came with the mail that is we selected from the lawyer's information. Now back to our main page. We have one more thing. So let's log in as a lawyer this time. So when we logged in as a lawyer, we have special site that we can special part that we can open our case. So when we fill this form, we will see the case in the find lawyers part of the page. And lastly, we have artificial intelligence that is looking from the data sets, and it's we can guess or law that is gonna be true or false. So as you see, we choose some of the informations from the past from the past cases, and it is guessing it's gonna be win or it's gonna be lose with looking the previous case informations. So that's it. That's how our website works. Now let's go with the tech side. Okay, back to our cloud site. First, I'm gonna start with the bills. It costs us like $55, but it's been open like almost 2 weeks, so it's a pretty low cost. Before moving to the cloud systems, let's look from the local. So these are index files, and this is our backend site that we have requests, database informations, and other operations is done here. And then we have some CSS and JavaScript files and the pages with the HTML, CSS and JavaScript files. So what I have done is I write a Docker file that will made our application into an image. So I write a requirements file also and I will build it. And the other thing is that we have an AI model I will show you later. We need to save a model and we need to import into that Docker file. So where I did that, it's here that we import our trained model AI also. So, and on the next step, our Docker image is here, so we need to push it into the Huawei CVR service. So back to here, I just pushed our Docker image into the Huawei software repository. How I did that? Um, if you click here, you need to create an organization first, and then with these commands you can share CVR with your image. So after this is done, I need to make this as a public from private. So I just change it into the public, and our image is ready on the CVR. So we will come back later here. So just move on to our model. So this are the data set, and this data set uh, is taking the data from our bucket. So we have a CSV file that is our which has our data about the past cases. So when we look our table, we have some informations that is not necessary. So we will delete it later. And these are the old specifications about the past cases. So we will use this for train our model. In the other part, are giving an information about our data, like for example, is there any null number, or what is the median of the non-string values, and we can give more infos about that. So what we have done is we need to clear our data. So we are deleting the unnecessary files which we don't need. And as you see now, we don't have the data that we don't need. So the next step, we can visualize some specifications about our data. And on the label encoder part, we need to change the string values into a numeric values. So we are giving all of the string columns and it will change it to the numeric value. On the next part, we are using random forest classifier and we need to train, test and split our model. So we just did that and our model has a correctivity which is 0.9, which is pretty good and is enough for our AI model. So, but if you want to increase our score, we can use a cross validation that I tried here. And after that, we use a library that is called pickle to save our data model as a trained model.so. And that's it. And this is our test case that we are looking is our model works or not. So that's how our ModelArts and our Jupyter notebook works, and we saved our model. And what we have done, we import our model here and we collect it into a Docker image. So on the next page, I'm going to explain what database we used. We used a MySQL for our data instance, and when we logged into the instance, we have three types of databases, which is lawyer, cases, and users that we can see easily. So if we click open, we can see the details about our lawyers in the site. So on the next page, we want to monitor our data, so we use ClideEye for the RDS. It's a pretty good operator for looking our RDS and how it is works, and it is traffic network and CPU usage and other details. So now we are in the final parts that we need to make a cluster, which we call CCE Ankatech. So in the cluster, we have two nodes, which is one is for the or image and other one is our autoscaler node. So when the traffic is increased, our autoscale node start working. So this is our Wait, before going here, we can see a work class, how we implement our site. So when we click that, as you see, you can see our Docker image that we tagged and push into the Docker to the Huawei CVR service after we tag. So when we look the details, so it's a deployment and we can see the work class here and how we access that. We have a load balancer that we set up as a service type, which is open 5000 and to 5000 as a TCP. So before doing that, we need to set our security group inbound rules to access the website from a browser. So we used, I guess, default security group and we opened the 5000 port. It doesn't show because we need to choose correct region. Okay, we go to Turkish Istanbul server. Yep, we have three security group and when we click inbound rules, yeah, we need to open the 5000 port. I think this one might be correct one. Yeah, as you see, there's a TCP 5000 rule that is opened for the CCE. So for the next time, we choose the service type as a load balancer, and when we copy the load balancer address, I think we can access our website from our browser as well. So this is how our application works. Now what we need to do is we need to check how our application and its details for monitoring and logging. So basically we have operations and management service on Huawei Cloud, which is showing the details about our cluster. So we have a 78 points health rating score and we can see the CPU usage, memory usage, monitoring and more analysis and details from here. And we have a one master node that we can see from here as well. You can specify it as a 3 master node or 1 master node while creating the CC cluster. So, and if you want to increase this C core, you can just click view details and it will guide you to how to increase or health check and have a better score. So we worked on this a little bit. We are setting some of add-ons and we can fix these issues and it's gonna be more healthy cluster, but 70 is pretty enough for that. So, and when we click the add-ons, we can see that what add-ons we installed. So this is our add-ons that we used for supporting our CCE, that is Cloud Native Cluster Monitoring, logging, node problem detector, metric server, and Grafana for monitoring also. For the network, we have a core DNS and CC container storage is installed. So we can use other things for our cluster as well. And our autoscale is also here. So lastly, this is our anti-DDoS service, which we are protecting our IP addresses from possible DDoS attacks. And we can see the security reports from here. Is there any attacks is happened? So there is nothing, as you see. And when we go to public IP address and click one of them, this one is load balancer, I guess. We can see the traffic from here as well. So basically this is how our website works, what is in the architecture and how our site works. We developed our project as a tree worker, so I would like to thank all of them. And they did pretty good job. And this is our whole team. That there is another competitors that is raced with us. So I would like to thank my other competitors and my mentors which helped us successfully. Thank you for listening to me and see you.